Got a lot of very heavy responsibility.
I share the anger that you just heard because Republicans just voted against IVF for all the world to see on the record. So let's put to rest once and for all the idea that Republicans actually care about protecting IVF access. And while we're at it, let's put to rest this utter fiction that their own bill does anything to support IVF. I want to set the record perfectly straight here. The issue with the Republicans' bill is worse than saying it doesn't do enough to protect IVF. It is that their bill does nothing to meaningfully protect IVF from the very real threats that lawmakers and anti-abortion extremists in their party are making all over this country. Their bill would allow states to regulate IVF out of existence. Their bill is silent on whether parents should be allowed to have clinics dispose of unused embryos, something that is a common and necessary part of the IVF process. And it's not just their bills. Republicans themselves are silent on this issue too, which is very telling. I asked Senator Cruz directly on the floor yesterday, do you support letting parents have unused embryos disposed of? Funny thing happened. He said on the floor he'd answer the question. He never did. He spoke about what some laws in some states are, but I'll tell you, he never actually said what he supported. He never said what he believes should be law. So I'll ask a question, and this is a question every Republican should have to answer, especially every Republican like Ted Cruz who pretends they want to protect IVF. Would you let parents dispose of unused embryos? That's it. That is the question. As a matter of law, do you think parents should be allowed to dispose of embryos? We are waiting. Now, Senator Cruz was not willing to actually give a direct answer, but his record actually is pretty cut and dried. He supported a constitutional amendment to establish fetal personhood as the law of the land. That means a national abortion ban, beginning at conception, that says an embryo should have the exact same rights as a human being. It just doesn't get any clearer than that, especially not after the vote that we just had today, which put every Republican on the record on IVF. Republicans are going to keep trying to fearmonger, but it is very hard to hide a fire when everyone can see the flames. We saw what happened in Alabama, and we saw the chaos that it caused. We saw what happened yesterday in Indianapolis, a prominent conservative group voting to fully explicitly oppose IVF. And we saw how Republicans voted today. Everyone in America knows the threat to IVF is real, and it is not going away because it's convenient for Republicans. And Democrats, I just want you to know, we're not going away either. We're going to keep fighting to protect IVF. We're going to make sure everyone has access to medical care and make sure that no politician stands in their way. Thank you.